But paint for us a picture. How do you see these FTAs transforming the Indian economy over the next maybe 3 years or so, now that bilaterals are becoming more important at a time when globalization doesn't seem to be, the flavor of the season?
Correct. So I think the first thing that we have to conclude is that the world is no longer flat, right? I think after this tariff wars, most geographical like the EU, the US, Asia is going to recalibrate its supply chains. Is because what is happening, and this system is going to remain for the next 4 years. Now,
Okay.
every country will have to decide what it will give way to with respect to imports and where its strategic interests lie. In my estimate, or what is can say considered research that we have, I think India will play or existing ecosystems it will try to catalyze. One is pharmaceuticals, we'll try to build defense, we will try to build critical technology with respect to clean energy and also consumer durables. Then you have textiles and toys, which are the low value added items as well. Now, how does this work? So, India will obviously, with give some and take, will try to negotiate a favorable deal for this ecosystem that is already working here. And right, it will try to go to the larger markets. Now, once these are done, I'm sure and pretty confident the government of India will apply several incentives to this sector so that they become cost efficient, right? And the global manufacturing supply chains will move into India. This itself will create an ecosystem, so that India can go out and become export champions. For example, the initial reports that are coming out with us that India is trying to negotiate with the US with respect of giving them lower cost generic pharmaceuticals so that they can make it competitive for US consumers. So this is a win-win for India and the US, right? And a win-win for Indian pharmaceutical companies. So the demand that we put up is that the evergreening of patents that US does needs to be relooked at so they can allow generic players to manufacture at lower cost and supply. This is just one example that we are putting up. Second is on textiles with the UK FTA. We were disincentivized with a 10% tariff. Now that tariff goes away. And if India subsidizes textile production within India, India will become a global hub for textile manufacturing. Similarly, a lot of incentives that the government is keeping with respect to jewelry and jewelry manufacturing. India already has an ecosystem which is aligned to these sectors. So the point I'm making here is there is a narrative and a story in terms of how the FTAs have been designed and written. And this is not, it is the wrong way to look at this. Oh, today we are manufacturing this and we are going to lose out so much. There is some give and take to establish strong, durable, and large ecosystem within the country so that we can become export champions.
If you like the video, do like, comment, share and subscribe.